idea of living versus existing has been an idea that I've been interested in for years, and I've come to the conclusion that living is being present in a moment and cherishing the things that life comes with, while existing is just the state of being alive. Okay, so I'm doing a long-awaited what's in my bag. So let's start. I got this bag at the thrift store for $10, and I love her. She is so beautiful, so purple, and the brand is Fossil. Sorry, my thumbs came off, but the brand is Fossil. I've never heard of it before, up until now, I guess. So we're gonna start with the first little pockets here. This first pocket in the front. It has all my lip products in it, and eyeliner, mascara. It just has a bunch of stuff, little things that I use all the time so I can access it very quickly. So yeah, that's the first section. And then when you unzip this part, you have my mirror that my mom got me. And then another lip product is what it looks like. It has a little crown on the top and it's called Coffee Shimmer. It's very pretty. And then I have glasses cleaner. Oh, it's like nothing. Now on the second place, we have this Hello Kitty pouch. It has like my keys and stuff. And then a portable charger. It's great portable charger. There's also more things in here, which I didn't even. Oh yeah, my sunscreen. And then we have a moisturizer from CeraVe. These are all minis. And then cough drops. Two different types of cough drops. Now, on the second place right here, we have another zipper before we have the back zipper. So if we unzip that, I have a mini notebook, which I put all my like Bible studying when I go to church in. And then I have this notebook, which is my everyday like just write in it notebook, or my to-do list, I think. Yeah, this one's my to-do list. It has everything. I just add whatever I need to do or whatever routine I'm trying to put up into this. And then I have like a pad and a couple more things. Now, let's post that. Now, in the big part of my bag, also, I want to add like things. Sorry, my hair's on here. I want to add things to this side and to the side to like customize it, but I don't have anything at the moment. So in the first pouch right here, I have all of these pens and highlighters because I like to customize my stuff during it, or like I like to make my notebooks look better or whatever I'm writing. I just like it like that. On the second side, for the small pouch, I have this light, LED light, and then a pack of gum, which is almost done, so I should probably get another one. I'll do it when it's done. But yeah, and then in the middle, you have all this stuff. So the first thing I have is my paint set. It's gotten like a little rough around the edges. I might have to like take this out and clean this properly, but this is what it looks like. And then I have my color pencils. It's in this set. Has paper over them, or like a clear sheet. This is just for like when I'm bored and things like that. I like to have a bunch of activities so that I'm not just on my phone, because I like to be off of my phone. I feel like if it weren't for like editing and stuff like that and maybe like watching YouTube videos, then I wouldn't care about my phone. Like if I only had it as a camera, that would be cool. But yeah, and then I have Word Hunt, which I think I'm like halfway done with. Okay, I need to do this one, but I'm like halfway done with the book already. I got this like December-ish, maybe November. Next thing I have are these mosaic stickers that I just got from Dollar Tree. I want to make like a disco ball in my new notebook. I'm so excited about this notebook. I'll give you guys a tour of my new notebook now, actually. Why not? So it's this gray notebook. It has this little tassel at the bottom and then a clip. So when we first open it, we get to the title pages. These are so pretty. These are my favorite things ever. I took this out of my last notebook, and then it's the date that I started. Then we have all these decorations, 2026. There's me with my blonde hair. And then I have Kayla's journal. Here's a picture of little me. I love her. I think it was like 5 here, question mark. I don't know, 4. But yeah, it just looks like me. It's just colorful and fun. And then if we turn the page, sorry, this is my schedule. If we turn the page, I want to put another printed out picture of me here. It just says welcome. And then I have a shopping cart. I thought this was really fun, of my favorite items. So I have like subs and fries and popcorn and stuff like that. And I want to put something here, but I just don't know what. But I thought that was awesome. And then if I flip the page again, I have my 4,000 subscribers mark. I have tabs here because different sections of my notebook equate to like different parts that have different things in them. Sorry, but it just came over. But this is like the part where I put my like prayers and scripture in. And then I have another part, if we stick to it by the tabs, where my goals go over here. So we're gonna write all my goals and things like that. But yeah, that's how my notebook looks for now. I love it. Then I just have my AirPods in the bigger pouch and like my wallet and things like that. And then if we turn it around, when we open the back, random blue paper, my hand sanitizer. The last thing I have is my album because I like to customize it wherever I am. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so I spent a lot of today making a photo album of my like teen years, I could say, or like end of middle school to all of my high school years, plus my trips. So I'm on the trip part right now. This is one from 2023, I believe, but it's really pretty. It's when we went to Virginia and we went tubbing. It was really fun. But yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. I'm so excited to do my senior year because I know most of the like activities and the fun came from senior year. So everything else gets like 1 page, but I think senior year is going to be like 7. But here's the outside of it. I got this from Dollar Tree and I'm going to go back and get like 3 more. But yeah, I got this from Dollar Tree. It's beautiful outside. I don't know what I'm going to make the first page look like. There's already a photo in there for the next one, but yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I need to add my prom photos here, but here's the one I started for prom. I'm so excited about this. I love albums and like photo albums, yeah, picture frames, things like that. Any scrapbooky like activity, I love. Okay, so, and then it has this like magnetic thing in the middle that clicks for it so that my stuff wouldn't just fall out. But yeah, that is my what's in my bag. I hope you guys liked it. So far, that's what I have, but I'm gonna obviously add things as the months go on, and like towards the end of the year, I might do another one so that you guys know what it looks like updated and what's in there and what the charms I put on there. But yeah, that's it for now. Okay, so I've been wanting to film this segment for so long. I just haven't. My life has been so chaotic this past 2 to 3 weeks that I haven't like had a breath. So I was supposed to film this when my hair was still in braids. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about doing hard things and what that truly like means and why is it important. We are now upgraded to ponytails, to small little braids and ponytails, but that's neither here nor there. I wanted to do a spin-off episode of, sorry, I just hate you guys, but I wanted to do a spin-off episode of the Just Do It, and today's episode is titled Do Hard Things. So, wait, I need to get my book. 1 second. So, this is based off of this book that I read 2 years ago called Do Hard Things. It's by Alex and Brett Harris.
and this completely changed my perspective on things. It was amazing to read. I loved it. So I'm gonna go to the page that I need in a second. So I also have a little PowerPoint as well. I always do that. That's just how I am. I like things to be organized, and I like my thoughts to be curated into one little, because if not, then I'm gonna be all over the place. That's just how I am. There are 5 kinds of hard according to the Harris brothers. 1 is things out of your comfort zone. 2 is things that go beyond what is expected or required. 3 is things that are too big to accomplish alone. 4 is things that don't earn an immediate payoff. And 5 is things that challenge the cultural norm. So examples of each are, for 1, it would be maybe you never do public speaking and you try like a class on it. 2 would be you get an A in a class when you only need a C to pass. 3 would be a group project, like maybe a company. 4 would be maybe mowing someone's lawn and they don't pay you every time, or you don't get paid for it. You just do it because you're a nice person and you just want to help around your neighborhood. Sorry, I'm fixing something. And then for 5 would be being a full-fledged Christian, like being so in love with God that you have to tell everybody about because that's against the cultural norm, or like anything that goes against the grain, like anything that society usually will be like, oh, why is this important? So it allows your brain to create new neural pathways and connections, which make you more knowledgeable, makes you smarter, makes you more confident within everyday situations and conversations. Gives you the confidence to do things that you never imagined you could do. Like before, I didn't think this YouTube channel was gonna go anywhere. Like, I hoped that it would, but then I started putting in the work and I saw things changing and my analytics were going up and like people were more involved, and I was like, oh, I could do this. Like, I can genuinely do this. And so I started putting more work in, started researching and stuff like that. And then after I was like, dang, like I can do this. Like this is achievable and it's realistic too, to me. I think that doing hard things makes you a well-rounded person, easier to talk to because you've been through struggles and you've been through fighting and getting to the other end of the tunnel, and it just gives you that grit and that determination to do more. In a world that's pushing like ChatGPT, cars, social media, and all that stuff, like easily accessible, you being like, hey, I'm gonna take the stairs today, even though there's an elevator, because it's healthier, it's good for my heart, and it lowers down my, levels or the chances of me getting like a heart disease, a more heart defect, then that is proving to yourself like, hey, just because it's easy doesn't mean it's the right choice. Like, I can do something hard and still feel good about it. It doesn't always have to be easy. And also the accessibility is good sometimes too. Obviously, you're watching this from social media. Cars has so much benefits. ChatGPT's, it has some benefits if you don't like abuse it and like, because there's more important things. But there is obviously good that comes with bad things and bad that comes with good things all the time. Just depends on how you use it and what you're using it for. Slide 4. How do I build a stable foundation for doing hard things? So just like in my last episode, in my last little segment, I said that you have to start with everyday task, which I'm going to give that to you this time again. Example, walking somewhere instead of driving there. So you're welcoming inconvenience instead of knowing like, oh, this is now going to take me 45 minutes instead of a 5-minute drive. But then when you come back, like I walked all the way to this bakery yesterday. I was so happy about it. Like when I came back, I felt so accomplished. I was like, I never would have found that bakery if I hadn't walked there, because it's like in a little hidden place, but it was beautiful and I loved it and I felt very encouraged. And it was awesome. And then I took so much steps, and I want to make sure I took a lot of steps that day because my ankle's hurting, so I can't train for a race I'm trying to do, which is, we'll get into that in another video. But I just felt very accomplished and proud of myself and happy. And I walked with my mom, so we got to like catch up and it was just fun. the more you do it, the more you do hard things, the easier it gets to do the next thing. It's like the first time you ride your bike, you're like wobbling, you're falling off. And then when you do it the 7th time, it's like, oh, I got this. You might fall once or twice, but it's definitely not the same amount you did the first time you tried. So it's like that in the same way of doing hard things and putting yourself out of your comfort zone and welcoming inconvenience into your life. Like, you have to do it. You do it little by little until it's like, oh, I can handle this and more. And you're not going to like have a mental breakdown every single time something inconvenient happens. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I can't do this. You're going to be like, oh, okay, this is a hard situation. And even if I'm being emotional, I still have to get it done. And I will get it done. And after, you go on about life. That's it. So for this portion, the little scripture that I put in there is Proverbs 14:23, which is, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Meaning that taking action and doing something you said you would do leads to positive results, and results in general leads to favorable results most of the time. But if you just plan on something, if you've been planning this whole time for a whole year plus or whatever, and you have this idea, but you just sit on it, nothing happens, and it can lead to failure just because you never put yourself out there. If you never try, nothing happens. Nothing happens if nothing happens. So you have to take a step. You have to do something. You have to do a series of things in order to get where you want to be. Now for biblical examples. So I chose Ruth for this one because I love the book of Ruth. I love it. Like, she's an example of the woman that I want to be in many ways. So Ruth, a little backstory. Her husband dies. Her sister-in-law's husband dies. And then her mother-in-law, those are her sons, obviously. So all of her sons die, her husband dies, all of the husbands and the men in the family basically die. So the mother-in-law is like, hey, you can go. Her name was Naomi. But yeah, so she felt bitter and she was like, you guys can go on about your way. So the other daughter-in-law leaves and she's like, okay, bye guys, I'm sorry, like, I gotta go. But Ruth stays with Naomi and travels back to her home, like, land with her instead of leaving. And she was like, your God will be my God, your family will be my family, like, all the people over there will be mine. And so they travel back and they don't have any food, obviously. Like, their living situation, is not favorable at the moment. So Ruth takes it upon herself to do something hard, to go out every day into the field and to get the little leftovers from the servants and stuff like that, just that are left on the plants and stuff like that. She just goes and she takes the leftovers. So imagine the beating hot sun, going out there probably early in the day, to be honest. So that's when it's the most sunny, it's where no clouds are seen. So she's doing that every day just so she can provide for her but mother-in-law, you know what I mean? So that is hard. Ruth could have just been like, she could have had this victim mentality and been like, oh, my husband's died, like, oh, like, poor me, now I'm gonna be homeless, now I'm gonna be nothing, like, because during that time, women weren't really themselves. They were, like, a counterpart to men. So, obviously, losing her husband is just like, well, who am I now? But instead of doing that, she got up and got to work and made sure she could provide for her and her mom, her mother-in-law. So, and not to mention, she obviously got rewarded after that because of Boaz and stuff like that. But I just want to focus on her because that is what you do. That's how you do it. Like, if you're faced with adversity and challenges and just unfavorable situations, what you want to do is do the hard thing that'll get you out of it. Do the hard thing that'll make your situation a little bit more bearable, you know what I mean? And so I want to read something for you because I think a lot of people are like, oh no, I'm just not gonna do anything. Like, I'm gonna live my life on the easy side and I'm too scared to take any risk. Like, I can't do it. So I'm gonna read for you guys a page out of this book. This is page 64 or 63. I'll read from 63. Meet a guy we know named Tyler. Tyler thought about graduating from high school early, but he wasn't sure if he could do it. He didn't. By the way, I graduated high school early. I get to still walk in June, which is so exciting. I want my hair to be straight, I think, for that, so I'm giving it a break for now. Sorry, I just had to pause and say that because that was hard for me. That was hard to get all those credits in that amount of time, but you can do it. Like, if you really try, you can do it. After high school, he had several ideas for business startups, but he didn't want to risk losing the little money he had if they went under. He decided to wait. He considered going to college to study environmental engineering, but he was afraid that he might change his mind partway through, so he stayed home. Tyler is 21 years old, and he hasn't failed at anything. In fact, he hasn't really done anything. He's missed opportunity after opportunity to grow, explore, discover, and get stronger. Life is full of scary things. You start your first day of high school, you deliver your first speech, you get married. Certain events mark important passages in our lives. Before the event, you were one person. Afterward, you are another. But Tyler has spent his whole life avoiding such firsts. The result? He's basically the same person he's always been. So, you have to take the first steps. You can't be so scared of everything. Life is full of risk. And then the risks get you what you want sometimes, and then other times you have to whoa, I have to start over, which is okay. Starting over, change is inevitable. Change is something that will happen time and time again within your lifespan, no matter who you are. So welcome it. Do something hard. And I know sometimes it's harder said than done, obviously, because it's a hard thing, guys. So it shouldn't be easy. So, yeah, I just wanted to read you guys that because I thought that was interesting. Because Tyler remained the same exact person with no change, no mental change, no different mindsets, no nothing. Because he was scared and he put himself in a box and he remained in there. So don't put yourself in a box. Don't remain in there. Try and rip it as much as you can. Try and expand it as much as you can, because that is what life is about. So, yeah, I'm hungry. My stomach is growling, so we're going to go eat. I just woke up. I've been putting this off for a long time, but I no longer have, which I'm very proud of myself, my strawberry shortcake shorts on. And we're going to go start our days. I love you guys. Do something hard today. I wanted to show you guys what I'm up to right now. So, I just bought yesterday this ceramic dinosaur. Dun, 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 dun. It's beautiful. And I use marker for this part. I'm gonna go over it with paint to make little indents to make it look more realistic-ish. And then, yeah, we're gonna use orange for this. Orange paint, I think, for the body, but I'll let you guys know how it turns out. It's so cute. I love it. And then yesterday, I got gum, kind of matches, and micellar water so I can take off my makeup more easily. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Just painting. We're watching $1 Million Secret. It's pretty good. Okay, so here is how so I used watercolors to paint this, but I think I'm gonna go over it with a nicer orange. You know what I mean? Because it's so splotchy everywhere. I don't mind that it's splotchy, to be honest, but not this splotchy. And then I did green at the top. I love it. I think it's so cute, but it's just not ready yet. So we're going to use some more paint. I'm going to use some more paint, and